Welcome back. So today was a crazy day once again, and the US market ended up closing the best day it's ever had, I believe, for the Dow Jones. Plus 2,962, almost plus 3,000 points, almost 8%, and NASDAQ up 12%. That shows you how much pent-up buying pressure there was. So many people wanted a reason to come back into the market. And of course, not just the stock market, for crypto as well. Bitcoin, I created a video earlier today. Bitcoin went up even higher earlier, went up to 83,000. Right now it's 82.4. Obviously much higher than this morning. We went up $6,000 and almost every single alt went up today as well, right? And now we're back to where we were just a few days ago, but much better spot than before. Now, in case you missed it, all this is due to Trump saying that he's pausing all reciprocal tariffs for all countries except China. Now, I got to clarify, earlier today when I created my video, I didn't mention about the baseline 10%. In fact, I said that was removed. My fault. But there is still a baseline 10%, but all the other additional stuff, right? Some countries had like 34% or 43%, and all the additional stuff removed. Now, Canada and Mexico, they still retain their 25%. They don't get an additional 10%. So that stays. But all the other countries, they get theirs paused except the 10%. So there's still that, but it's much better than before. However, China gets bumped up to 125%. So there's still trade wars going on. And plus, you know, the EU is still fighting back. So I don't know what's going on with the EU because they already said they're retaliating. So I don't know what's going on there. But because of this, things rallied back hard. And Asia is looking good right now. Japan is up over 8% due to this. Now, you may be thinking, what is the reason? Because Trump and administration, Scott Bessent, says that this was all according to plan. Even the White House press secretary says, yeah, this is all according to plan. Although yesterday she said, no, there was no plans on pausing tariffs. So who's telling the truth? From sources, no, I'm not saying I have sources, but I've heard a lot of analysts talk about what is the real reason. Was this really the plan all along to get back at China? Or was there something else at play? And it does seem like a lot of people are pointing to this, the 10-year treasury. So a lot of people behind the scenes are pointing to the fact that the 10-year treasury has climbed up really quickly. And it's not due to just China selling off treasury. It's also Japan. Japan is the largest holder of U.S. treasury bonds. And China's up there too. And supposedly both are selling off in mass quantities. And that is a problem. We don't want the rates to go up. It makes issuing new bonds much more expensive. And also, it makes it look pretty bad upon us. So that's what the analysts are saying. I'm hearing a lot of rumors that this is the real reason why the tariffs were placed on pause, right? And not because all these countries are coming in and they want to negotiate and this is the reason why. Or this was all done because there's a whole ploy to get back at China, right? No one will really know. But the good thing is we got a really good rally day, right? And this could continue as long as we don't see any crazy retaliatory things happen. Of course, Trump upped the tariff with China to 125%. So I don't know if they're going to react and they're going to do something else. Something else that's not so positive from the market rally is the FOMC meeting percentage for the rate cut that's coming up next month has dropped to 13%. So that's the unfortunate thing is we may have to wait for that quantitative easing. We may have to wait until June now because of the rally, but that's okay. If we have to wait 1 month, so be it. Okay, we're feeling a little better. Okay, those of us that are holding, DCAing, right? Obviously, having a breather day like today, and if it continues tomorrow and Friday and into this weekend, we'll take it. We'll take it. Sailor says, today's market reaction tariffs is a reminder. Inflation is just the tip of the iceberg. Capital faces dilution from taxes, regulation, competition, and okay, and keeps going. Basically, there's a lot of risks. And Bitcoin is pure, and Bitcoin has no tariffs, right? So Sailor is going to continue forward, stacking sats, buying Bitcoin. That's what I'll be doing, and that's what a lot of you guys would be doing, and that's what a lot of the new whales, new companies, institutions, they will be doing that as well, right? And you know what? A lot of hope is now back. Look at this headline, 100K target is back on table. It was never off the table. Like I said earlier today even, once we get that reversal, once we get that quantitative easing, Bitcoin will be back to 100K in no time. Today is just a brief glimpse of what may happen. We went up $6,000 today in an instant. If we continue this trend, we'll be right back to 90,000 tomorrow. And then we continue the trend, we could be at 100,000 by this weekend. If we have bullish catalysts continue, 100K is just the beginning. We'll get back there, but we're going to go much further than that. Okay. But it's really good to have sentiment come back. But again, it's early, right? There may be other stuff that we don't know, right? Remember, this is just a pause, 90-day pause. Doesn't mean that it's going to stay paused. Doesn't mean that it's all going to be removed. And plus, like I said, China might retaliate more overnight. EU, still issue. Canada, Mexico, there's still issues. And who knows what else may happen, right? This could just be a temporary blip. But we'll take it. We'll take it. As for crypto, we still have a lot of great things happening. Besides Bitcoin being the big daddy and the 1-2 HODL and DCA forever, we got a lot of good stuff. Paul Atkins has been confirmed as his new SEC chair. The SEC, of course, has been making a lot of dismissals recently. It's going to be good going forward, at least in the U.S., right? A brand new start, new regulations, new frameworks, and it's going to be a lot more pro-crypto going forward, so that's great. This also got approved. Options trading for spot Ethereum ETFs. This could help boost Ethereum, maybe a little bit, Dogecoin may be getting their ETF soon. We've been waiting. XRP may be getting their spot. Solana, Doge, what else? Hedera, Cardano. I mean, who knows? We may be getting a ton of new spot ETFs soon, and they could all be getting a ton of liquidity soon as well, right? And besides just ETFs and liquidity and all that, the fundamentals on a lot of them are still great. We know Bitcoin, we still see whale addresses increase. We see exchange supply decrease. But even like XRP address hits record high, right? So it's not just with Bitcoin. And same thing with, for example, like Solana. You see reversal signal, but you also see new things, new features like confidential balances for private token transfers. There's still a lot of development, a lot of great things happening. Fundamentals are still improving. You can't always judge these projects by their price. Right now, I know, we all know, everything is super down right now, right? But they're down, not out. But today, we got a pleasant surprise, right? This is why you don't give up. This is why you stay in the game. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. What happened today can continue tomorrow and into Friday, but maybe not. Maybe not. We will see what happens tonight if there's more retaliation, tariff stuff that comes out. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Now, I did say I was going to stream tonight, but since I put out an earlier video, feeling a little tired. However, I did want to bring up my DCA portfolio just to show you guys. I haven't shown you guys this for a while, but you can see 24 hours up 10%, 11%. Overall, still up 45%. So this goes to show you DCA works. Of course, this is coming down from all-time high. All-time high is at 44,000, okay? And now it's down to 27,000. Of course, it's down, right? But it's much higher than a low of $3,100. So DCA works over the long haul. And in case you're wondering what I'm going to DCA into, well, if you're looking at the balance right now, look at how strong Bitcoin is. Now it's making up close to 60%. And then Sol, ADA, SUI, BNB, XRP, and Avalanche rounding out the top 6. So I think I'm a little underweight in a couple. So I'm going to spread it out with Bitcoin, XRP, and SUI. I'm going to spread it out 3 ways there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. But again, the reason why I show you this sample DCA portfolio that I've been DCAing into for many, many years is to show you that, hey, if you're DCAing long term, these corrections, they affect you, but they don't affect you all that much, okay? Because your dollar cost averaging the highs and lows, and over a long haul, you're winning. You're winning. And when we recover, this will get back to its previous high and break into new highs. Okay. So that's it for this video. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys usual time tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.